The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hello children, welcome back to this Disney channel to watch your English class. Hope you are all happy, safe and healthy at home. Wishing you good luck and good health. Let me begin my today's session. Hope you will join me. Of course you will. Shall I begin? Balance. Balance is a very simple word, but we will have to put a lot of effort and face so many difficulties to achieve that in life. This year it has been pretty much swinging like a pendulum from one extreme to the other. Horrible, isn't it? At one end it is an invisible enemy fighting with us, forcing us to stay at home. The other side it is discovery of alien life. Everything happened in 2020. Truly children, it is really a testing and trying time for the whole of humanity. Yet we carry on, for such is the human spirit to find a sort of equilibrium with all these imperfections. Imperfection, what is its meaning? You know that. Yes, imperfections means it is something with some fault, faulty, or it is something with defect. Is it possible to find beauty in imperfections? Are imperfections attractive? Certainly. They make us creative. They help us to find solution to the problem. In turn, which makes imperfections to perfections. And do you have the courage to embrace these imperfections? Of course you should, because it's a way of life. And what makes them so special is their imperfections. Be happy with what you have. Nothing is ugly or nothing is negative. Instead of focusing on to the negatives, filter your thoughts and find out the positives. Because everything has a link with your thoughts, your attitude. And turn those negatives to be the tool for your success. Perfections or imperfections, it depends on your attitude, your perspective. See, you can see to the picture. What do you see there? Can you say it out? Is it a glass half full or a glass half empty? Think and answer. That is your attitude. That is your perspective. Okay, today we are going to learn a poem, Stammer. Stammer means difficulty in speech, isn't it? The whole world is running to find perfection in each and every aspect of life. But the poet wants us to understand and emphasize that with all the imperfections, your life becomes beautiful. Through the poem, Stammer. See, it makes us or it helps us to embrace our own flaws. The poet clearly says that stammer can never be labeled as a disability. You have to consider it to be a mode of speech. The poet says he got the inspiration to write this poem from the Indian communist leader EMS. Once EMS was questioned by a journalist whether you stammer every time. Can you guess what the reply might have been? A leader like EMS? Very witty answer. He replied, "No, I stammer only when I speak." Sounds interesting. The poem Stammer was originally written in Malayalam by the poet K. Sachidanandan, and it was translated to English by himself. So shall we see who is Sri K. Sachidanandan? Coimbatore Sachidanandan was born on 28 May 1946 in Pullot, a village in Kodungallur in Thrissur district of Kerala. He studied biology at Christ College, Irinjalakuda, and masters from Maharajas College, Ernakulam. He is a noted Indian poet, critic, writing in Malayalam and English. He is a social advocate for secular anti-caste views, who supports the causes like environment, human rights, and who is interested with the genres of poetry, criticism, travelogue, translation and drama. The notable awards to his credits are Sahitya Academy Award and Kerala Sahitya Academy Award. The poem has been divided into 6 stanzas with variable lines with no rhyming schemes. Through this poem we can see the different perspective of the poet, where he thinks differently. Perspectives makes difference. Each and everything has its own positives and negatives. To make your life, to enjoy your life, you start accepting the flaws, imperfections, because imperfections add spice to your life. Okay, so shall we begin with the poem? Yes, page number 101, the 3rd chapter from the 3rd unit, Challenges of Life. Even this is a challenge of life, isn't it? So we'll see how he has translated the Malayalam poem Vikku to an English poem Stammer. Okay? The introduction begins like this, with a quote of Abraham Lincoln. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have rose. It is left to your thought process. What are you going to complain, or what are you going to appreciate about life? Here, perspectives make the difference. Perspectives, views. Read and experience the poetic rendition of Stammer by K. Sachidanandan. Rendition, interpretations. Okay. As he is a modern Malayalam poet now, he has touched with so many social issues too. It is a satirical poem. Okay, he wants or he ought to make people think positive, be optimistic than being a pessimistic. Okay, I'll read the poem. Stammer is no handicap, it is a mode of speech. Stammer is the silence that falls between the word and its meaning, just as lameness is the silence that falls between the word and the deed. Did stammer precede language or succeed it? Is it only a dialect or a language itself? These questions make the linguistics stammer. Each time we stammer, we are offering a sacrifice to the God of meanings. When a whole people stammer, stammer becomes their mother tongue, just as it is with us now. God too must have stammered when He created man. That is why all the words of man carry different meanings. That is why everything he utters from his prayers to his commands stammers, like poet. He has linked God, man and poet. The link between God, man and poet, like poetry. Okay, so we will see what the poem reads. Stammer is a satirical poem that stands as a synonym for all the imperfections. Okay, stammer doesn't mean stammering alone. Stammering in any aspect of life. Okay, it's a synonym for all the imperfections. Consider it to be a synonym for all the imperfections. Okay, yes. Stammer is no handicap. It is not a defect. It is not a disability. It is a mode of speech. It begins with a statement. It is a view or perspective of the poet. And then he wants to justify his view. Okay, he says, stammer is no handicap. It is a mode of speech. So my justification comes. Stammer is the silence that falls between the word and its meaning. So stammer, you have seen people with stammering, isn't it? It is a silence between the words. So he says that it is not a handicap, it is not a disability, it is a mode of speech. Why shouldn't you think like that? So he says that it is just a silence. It is not a disability, it is just a silence between the word and its meaning. Meaning. Just as here he compares with the lameness, with the disability to walk. So it is a simile. Just as the lameness is the silence that falls between the word and the deed. Lameness, disability to walk. So he has linked stammer to the silence. So stammer is the silence that falls between the word and its meaning. It is just a silence. Why do you think about it so painful? Stammer is the silence that falls between the word and its meanings, just as the lameness. When you have difficulty to walk, you have a gap. There is a silence between the word and the deed. It is just like that. So both have gap between them. Stammering as well as your lameness, it has gap between them. So the disparity between the word and the deed is lameness. Now I have a doubt. Did stammer precede language or precede language? Did the stammer come before the language or after the language? Before or after? I have a doubt. When did it originate? What is the origin of this stammer? Is it before language or after language? Who is responsible to find an answer for my doubt? And my next doubt is that, is it only a dialect or a language itself? Is it a language to a particular community, dialect? Is it a language for a particular group? or a language itself. Dialect, people from different areas like Palakkad slang, Thrissur slang, Kottayam style, Trivandrum slang. So there are different slangs. So those things are called as dialect. People of a particular area, they speak in that style. So is it a dialect or a language that is followed by the whole of community? I have a doubt. Why it comes with a doubt? These questions make the linguistics stammer. Who is responsible to answer my doubt? It's not me and you. It is linguistics. Linguistics, experts in language. Even those people will stammer in front of this question. How will they find whether the language succeeded or preceded, or whether it is a dialect or a language? So these questions will make the linguistics stammer. Now he comes on with the universal dimension. Okay. So each time we stammer, don't worry about stammering. So he comes with a solution telling, each time we stammer, we are offering a sacrifice to God of meanings. Consider it to be a sacrifice to the God of meaning. Do you sacrifice? Will we sacrifice an unwanted, ugly thing to God? How do you offer things to God? Good things, isn't it? Good things only you offer. So consider this to be an offering to the God of meanings. We don't offer defective things. So consider it to be. So when you offer it to God, it doesn't become defective. So each time we stammer, we are offering a sacrifice to the God of meaning. When a whole people stammer, stammer becomes their mother tongue, just as it is with us now. So it is a satire. When one or two people stammer, it is a problem of those people. But when the whole community stammers, it becomes a mother tongue of the people. It becomes the language, mode of communication. So don't worry about it. It is not only the person who stammers while talking is stammering, but all the people who stammer when issues come also belong to the category of stammering. So when we face some problems in the society, for a short period of time we will be speaking about it. Okay, we will react for 2 or 3 days, but later we will forget. Once when some other issue comes, we will forget. So what happens is an inaction. So this inaction, this silence is stammering. One problem comes, we will raise a voice against this for a few days, and after 3 or 4 days we don't mind about it. When the intensity of the problem gets reduced, you will drop it. And by the time the next issue would have come, we will focus on it. So, you don't stick on to an issue to find a solution. It is a satire on the society, just as it is with us now. Right now also we people are doing that. We forget the previous situation, issues, and we move on to the next one. So, don't worry, stammering is not the problem or disability or a handicap. When one or two stammer, it is their problem. When the whole community is stammering, it is a problem of the society. The stammer becomes their mother tongue. So, this silence between two problems, that is dangerous in the society. When we stand against an issue to find a solution and we fight until we get the solution, issue will not happen again. But the society never does that. They forget very easily. So this inaction is very dangerous. God too must have stammered when he created man. Why? He wants to say that God too is imperfect. While creating, he has given a silence. That's what people are different. Words, meanings, everything that we speak and utter gets different meanings and different views. God too must have stammered when he created man. That is why all the words of man carry different meanings. That's why we don't have convictions. Okay. That is why everything he utters from his prayers to his commands stammers like poetry. Why he has compared it with poetry? Poetry too suffers from imperfection. Nothing is detailed and clear in poetry, isn't it? While reading a poetry, everything has a meaning to it, inside it, a hidden meaning. Is that clear? God too must have stammered when he created man. That is why all the words of man carry different meanings. That is why everything he utters from prayers to his commands stammers like poetry. So he has linked language, that is poetry, with the God and man. Man is imperfect, God is imperfect, even poetry is imperfect. So stammer is not a handicap, it is a mode of speech. So an imperfect world made by an imperfect God. So I hope you have understood the poem, a very simple poem with a simple meaning. Stammer is not a handicap, it is a mode of speech. So it is a mode of language. Stammer is a silence that falls between the word and the action, word and its meaning. Just as the lameness is a silence between the word and the deed. He gives a definition, justification. And he raises a doubt. Did the stammer precede language or it succeed the language? Can anyone answer? Is it a dialect or a language? So who is responsible to answer these doubts and questions? Is that linguistics. But even linguistics will stammer in front of these questions. It is not possible for them to give the answer. So linguistics, they also stammer. So linguistics, they stammer, God stammers, poetry stammers. Okay, and next time he says, don't worry about stammer. Stammer is like an offering to God. As you don't offer defective things to God, when you consider stammering to be an offering to God, it is not going to be defective. God of meanings. Okay, meanings here, not only the meanings of words, but also the meaning of life. For when a whole people stammer, stammer becomes the mother tongue. When a group of people do, it becomes a dialect or it is a problem or issue of such people. But when the whole community stammers, we will have to consider it to be a mother tongue. Mother tongue is spoken by everyone. So stay cool, stay composed, just as it is with us now. Just as it is with us now, it is connected with the social issue. Just as we are doing when we face some issues, the present situations. When we have problems, when it comes for 2 or 3 days, we will walk or run behind the problem to find a solution. Justice for that, justice for this. But once when the other problem pops up, we will drop this. So we don't stay long to find a solution. So this silence is imperfection. So man, don't worry, the whole community is stammering. These people, they don't stay for finding out the solution for the problem. So it is representing the social issues right now. We don't mind about it for a long time. We forget when the next one comes. We drop it. So the victims, they turn to be cool. And finally he comes. Don't worry, man. I would like to tell, God too must have stammered. An imperfect world created by an imperfect God. God, he must have also stammered while creating people. That's what, people are different, the words that they speak are different, and it carries different meanings. If he has created non-stop, everybody would have been the same, nothing else, no difference. But he too has stammered. That imperfection is the nature's beauty. Okay. And that is why everything he utters, from his prayers to his commands, stammers like poetry. It is finally stammering is compared with poetry too. Poetry is imperfect always. It doesn't give you a clear, vivid meaning directly. You can interpret in many ways. So, man, don't worry about stammering. The next activity in this is writing a blog. So, we'll see what blog is. Okay, what blog is. Blog is a web page specially mentioned for you, where you can write your own opinions and ideas. I can also even tell like it is similar to diary. Diary is very personal, only you can read it. But when you post it in blog, many can write and give comments over it. Okay, so when you write, it has a format, box, a heading, a title on what you write, and the date and the name below that, and then you start writing the content. You can speak in first person too, like what you write in diary. So you have a model of 2 blogs in your textbook. So please see to it. Now write the activities in this lesson. Okay. Until I meet you with next lesson. Bye from me. Thank you.